This is one of the worst things for teens to be weak on in life. It's a tricky issue that parents shouldn't ignore. Let's go. Let me just put it like this. I want you to imagine a chef who decides to remove a shell from a boiled egg. So he takes a butter knife and whacks the egg lightly a few times to get inside. Now imagine that the eggshell is like your teen's boundaries and the butter knife is the guilt that breaks through it. All it takes is one crack for an intruder to get in. But what if that eggshell were made of steel? Teach your teens that boundaries are like a regular eggshell, but enforcing them is what turns that eggshell into steel. Even if a chef whacked a steel egg over and over and over again, he wouldn't be able to get through. Now, how does that translate into real life? According to uky.edu, enforcing an emotional boundary could mean telling your teens not to allow their friends' bad temper to dictate the way they feel. They should never let their friends use guilt on them, the butter knife, for not reacting to their moodiness. And they can do that while showing empathy for their friend at the same time. Now, I'm not saying that all of our boundaries gotta be rigid because that can lead to isolation. But certain boundaries aren't negotiable, and like a steel egg, no one should be able to crack through. The harder someone whacks a steel egg, the more likely it is for their knife, the guilt, to get bent out of shape. The intruder may get furious because your teen is enforcing boundaries and not succumbing to imposed guilt. But eventually, the intruder's gonna get tired and move on to a weaker egg. Or risk starvation waiting around for your teen's steel egg to open up. And that ain't happening. Period.